All right, folks. Well, welcome to Savanna High School Parent Information Orientation. I'm Mike Pooley. I'm the proud principal at Savanna High School. I'm so excited you are here this evening with our team to just learn and gather about what Savanna is all about as we get ready to start the next school year, which is hard to believe. It's right around the corner. It's Wednesday, 2 days from today. So 8:30 on Wednesday, school is open. So just excited to have you here. If you have questions throughout the presentation, please ask them on the fly. You can utilize the chat and we will answer them on the fly, like I said. And then we will also take questions at the very end if we didn't cover what you were hoping to be covered. But tonight you're going to hear from administrators like myself, Ms. Trujillo, our faces, community schools, staff. You're going to hear from our counselors, the assistant principals, and it's just a great time to get caught up with all of us and put names to faces and faces to names. So we're excited to have you. Again, I'm Mike Pooley. I'm the proud principal. I've been at Savanna since like 1999. I was a teacher for a long time, and Savanna is my home. I love being there. I love the community. I love you guys all. Maybe some of you are even my students back in the day. So we will see as we go through. But Savanna is a special place. You probably already knew that, where we come together and work together as staff, students, and parents to really empower our students to get ready for a great, highly engaged academic experience and get them ready to help develop those purposeful lives after high school. So that's what we're charged to do, and we really take that village approach. We are going to work together to help your student be as successful as possible. And also, during this presentation, you'll also learn about resources and it could help you as a family and to help better support your student as well. So here we go. All right, so over the years at Savanna, we're really proud of some of the accomplishments we've earned and some of the accolades, and here's some of the awards that we've won. And we're just proud to share that learning and those experiences with your students. One of them is we're a California democracy school. We're where we empower students to make decisions, and based on civic learning, which is the next part there. They go through a 6-step process multiple times throughout their learning career, but specifically it starts in the 10th grade year and works their way all the way through until they graduate. We're one of very few schools in California to earn the Award of Excellence, so we're really proud of that. Our PBIS program is growing and thriving, and we're really excited about that. That's where we get to reward our students for doing the right thing. And that right thing is all about positive behavior. So we're going to recognize them. If you were at school recently, you might have seen a new a sign up on the wall, or the high up above the auditorium. It says a gold ribbon. And we earned that because of our dual immersion program in Spanish, which we call GLLA, Global Leadership and Language Academy. Many of you might be involved in that. We're excited to see it flourish and grow. So that's pretty exciting. And then P21 Partnership for 21st Century Learning. That's based on our capstone project. You've probably heard of that. If you haven't, you will hear about our project and our program that runs from day one of high school all the way until they graduate, where we really focus on soft skills and we focus on the opportunity to reflect. Reflecting is super key and important to learning. We all probably do it to some degree. Like after this presentation, my team, we're going to step back and we're going to reflect on how to make it even better. You might do that at work. You might do it as a parent. You might do it after playing a game, a video game, or a sport. And reflection is really key. And that's where a lot of the real learning takes place. So we're really excited to be here with you guys all. We call this our branding sheet here, folks. This is just some of our programs that we offer at Savanna. Hopefully we can unleash your students' potential and help them find their passion project that they can move on to and follow moving forward. Our exclusive pathway at Savanna High School is rooted in our medical academy, which has a focus on patient care. So if your student's interested in nursing or becoming a LVN, a licensed vocational nurse, certified nursing assistant, or going on to RN, this is the place to be. We're excited. We have great partnerships with Cypress College and Fullerton College, helping our kids become career ready right away. Some of our students are able to graduate and are ready to enter the workforce while they continue to navigate and work toward becoming that RN and making a really good wage right out of high school. I already mentioned our dual immersion program there. You might have heard about our other programs as well as AVID and Puente. We have Mandarin on campus. We have Spanish on campus. We have French on campus. And we're just really proud of the work and the opportunities for your students. I'll tell you, school has definitely evolved since I was in high school. It's been a long time, and I'm really proud of the offerings and the supports that are available to all of our parents, and especially our families and our parents. With the help of Ms. Trujillo and Ms. Maldonado, you're going to hear about some great opportunities to empower you as a parent and to encourage you and support you through your high school years. All right, so here's our admin team here with Mr. Rubio. He's joining us again. He's our 9th grade assistant principal through A through F, and he also has the seniors. And he's had the seniors ever since they were freshmen. Mr. Rubio, you want to jump on and say hi?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming tonight. We're so excited to get to know you and for you to get to know Savannah a little bit more. So we're so excited for this week and all that's coming down. So yay seniors, yay freshmen.
That's right, that's right. And Miss Yee is joining us for our 2nd year. She's got 9th graders, last name G through M, and she has our 10th graders. Miss Yee, you want to say hi?
Everyone. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Miss Yee. I have the pleasure of working with 9th graders, last names G through M, and 10th grade this year. I'm looking forward to meeting with your students.
Fantastic. And Miss Nichols as well, back for her 3rd year with us. She's got the 9th graders, last name N through Z. And we're excited to have her back as well, working with the 11th grade. Miss Nichols.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. I'm looking forward to a great year with you and your students.
And that takes us right to our counseling team. You'll notice the counselors there are assigned a grade level as well. So our counselors and our assistant principals follow our students from grade to grade to grade all the way through. And Miss Bauska, she's going to introduce her team. She's our lead counselor and actually a Savanna alum as well.
Hi, thank you, Mr. Pulley. Hi, I'm Mrs. Bauska. I'm the lead and programs counselor here at Savanna. So I oversee things like dual enrollment and other programs like that we have on campus. I'm going to introduce Mrs. Preciado. She's our freshman counselor, which you guys all might know from Brookhurst.
Thank you, Ms. Pasca. Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Preciado. I'll be with the 9th graders. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm really looking forward to working with the 9th graders. I have the pleasure to work with them 7th and 8th grade and now moving on with them here at high school. So please feel free to contact me. Thank you.
Awesome. And then we also have 3 other counselors. We have Mrs. Mata, who is our sophomore counselor this year, Miss Cologne, who is our 11th grader junior counselor this year, and then Mrs. Alvarez, who has our seniors this year. And I know they're all looking forward to meeting you if you haven't yet already met them and you have a student in their grade level.
Thanks, Miss Bauska, with your little pumpkin there as well. All right. All right, Mr. Rubio.
All right, so let's jump right into it. Parents, the best way for your student to get on campus, it'll be very busy. Most mornings, if you wait till the very last minute and to get on campus. So, and also especially on Wednesday, it'll be a busy day for the first day of school. We want to let you know the best place to drop your student off is in the side of the school, the big parking lot. We call that the entry to the world language quad. It's the best place for your student. The front of the school, we call it the horseshoe. That's dedicated mostly to our buses that are dropping off students. And so that can get pretty backed up and you really want to be able to get your student dropped off and get on your way to work or wherever you need to go in the morning. So our suggestion is to really make use of that side entrance where it says Savanna, as well as pickups in the afternoon. When picking up your student, that's also the best place to go and pick them up. So students, you received your agenda planners. If you went to registration, there will be maps available for all your classes on Wednesday morning, but that's really the best place to start. When you come in through the World Language Quad, you're right there next to the Student Center. That's where schedules, if you need another schedule Wednesday morning with your room numbers printed on, that's where you'll pick it up and maps will be available. All right, so a few things to learn, to know about Savannah, bring your Chromebooks daily. Students, every day, you got to bring your Chromebooks, charge them up. All right. And if they're not charged up, bring your chargers so you can charge them as well during the day. But we really need to use those Chromebooks. All teachers use what's called eCadence, which is where they post assignments and discussion boards for their classes. You really want to make sure you're using that. We have some amazing skateboard racks. If you bring a lock, students, you got to bring your own lock for those skateboard racks. They need to be parked and locked in there. Bicycles and scooters also need to be locked up in the pen. They are kept locked throughout the day. So we need you to make sure you're using that. If students are riding the skateboards or scooters or bicycles on campus, they will be confiscated, and we'll have to have a conversation with the student and then with the family if it becomes a continuing ongoing issue. We just want to make sure students are safe on campus and not trying to do, 360 flips and upside down, loop-de-loops, whatever tricks you're gonna do. You got to save it for the skate park, guys. You can't do it on campus. Not safe. Bathroom passes. We're going to have an amazing system this year. We're so excited. It's called 5-Star. You're going to hear more about it later on. But basically, students will be able to use their phone or a QR code, or they type their ID in, and they're given a 6-minute timer to use the restroom on campus. And if they need to go, that's fine. But they're going to be limited to 3 visits a day. Students, make sure you have your ID cards. Some teachers will scan to send you on your way to the restroom. So please be sure to do that. You are limited 3 visits to the restroom a day. What else? Bring your IDs daily. Some teachers are going to expect that you need to have the ID cards so that you can scan out to go use the restroom. Bring a refillable water bottle. We have watering stations around campus. It is cold water. It's delicious water. I use it every day. And it is great, great, great. So we definitely want to make sure you're using that. And you can drink your water inside of your class. You don't have to leave class to get water because you'll carry it with you. And that is awesome. Lastly, if there's anything that's suspicious or concerns you and you would like to report it anonymously, we have what is called the Stop It app. The link is in our school website. And just a great resource that if you want to report things to keep our campus safe, that is a communal effort. And that's something we really want to hit home today, is that school safety, I know, is a big concern, parents. And we take that very seriously, but that is something that everyone partakes in, everyone is responsible for. We share that responsibility as a community, and you can do your part, your student can do their part by reporting anything that is unsafe or harms the community. Next slide, Mr. Pulley. Oh, one last thing. There is zero period on Wednesday. First day of school, there is zero period. It starts at 7:10 a.m. So make sure you are doing that. First period, if you do not have a zero period, you have first period that starts at 8:30. Be here early on Wednesday so you can get your schedule, kind of know where your classes are, and you don't get stuck out in the big line. All right. Parents, there's some things you can do to help us out. We have no shame in asking for your help because we cannot do this without you, parents. So first thing we want to ask for you is no food drop-offs and no food delivery apps. And that is because for a student to order that food, they would have to leave the physical campus to go pick up that food. And that is just a safety hazard that we can't have gates open around the school. So please make sure no food delivery apps and no food drop-offs. We don't really have a space on campus that really store Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. So please, we have an amazing cafeteria with delicious, nutritious food, and we never, ever, ever run out. So please use that. Students must keep the gates closed and not open them for their friends. If it's a school day and their friend comes in late and their friend texts them saying, get me inside, I want to sneak in campus, your student has to have the courage to say no, because that's not safe. We cannot have students leaving gates open. That is a safety risk that someone from outside our school community can enter our campus and do some harm, and we do not want that. Your student plays a vital role in keeping our campus safe. It's not all on the administrators, it's not all on our campus safety. Your student actually plays a big part in keeping our school safe, and we need you to make sure that they understand that. We will definitely be repeating that over and over again to your students, but any way you can help us out in reiterating that, parents, we would really appreciate it. Next thing you can do, parents, is regularly check your students' social media accounts. You are the parent. You pay for the phone line. You pay for the phone. You can absolutely demand to see what's on that phone any time of day. I have a 16-year-old with a cell phone, and we absolutely check regularly There are even phones, parents, that do not have social media. And if you want to learn more about that, I will be glad to drop that link in the website if you're in the chat, if you're ever interested in getting phones that do not have social media. They have texting and calls and everything to keep your students safe. Have honest conversations with your students about privacy and online harassment and what's safe online. I think the more we can talk to our students honestly about what can happen and the dangers with how they use their phones, that's important for them to learn about. As well as recording videos on their phones that they're doing it appropriately and that they're not doing anything unsafe when it comes to using their phones. Parents, if your student refuses to show you their phone, that's a red flag. You should take it away and never let them have it for a whole year. All right. And if your student wants to know why, you can tell them that Mr. Rubio said so. So that's a free tip right there. Check your block numbers, parents. I have 4 kids in 3 different schools, and I know you get those calls, and I know you get texts and emails from the school. We have so much important information and opportunities for your student, but not if you block the school's number. So double check your block numbers on your phone and make sure that they are not, that our Savanna's number is not blocked. That will make sure that you're getting all that important information and staying up to date, because we want to make sure that you know what's going on. You're just as much a part of this community as your students. And then finally, students, especially if you're in 9th and 10th grade and you're in PE, if you're in athletics, doesn't count as much, but if you are in a PE class, you must dress out every single day. Students, if you're in PE, have PE clothes, you got to dress out every single day. And here's really what it means, students. You cannot graduate high school if you do not pass 2 years of PE. And you cannot pass 2 years of PE if you do not dress out. So got to dress out every day. Graduation is riding on it. So please make sure you are doing that, students. All right. Next slide, Mr. Pulley.
Mr. Rubio, quick question. I have a couple of questions regarding Chromebooks on the chat. If a student did not receive a Chromebook, who do they see? Do they go see Mr. Watrous?
Yeah, we'll post it in the chat, but basically Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think, after school in room 9. So someone will type the times in the chat and the students will go there and check that out. Make sure they have their ID card ready to go.
Mr. Rubio, yes. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are typically Mr. Watrous, our computer tech's hours, but he is available this first week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday after school out of room 9. So anyone who still needs a Chromebook or is having issues with their current Chromebook, you want to head to room 9 either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of this week after school. And then weekly, we will make sure in the Sunday announcements, we post his hours. But yes, typically they are Tuesdays and Thursdays after school for the remainder of the year.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ms. Nichols. And then I think, Ms. Nichols, you have the next slide, or is it Ms. Yee?
Yeah, it's me. It's me. All right. So families, we really do need your help when it comes to dressing for success. So one of the videos that we recorded over the summer that was playing during registration time was really to emphasize the importance of dressing for success. We want to make sure that all students come to school dressed in appropriate clothing for school. And so you see several bullet points on there. So if we're just kind of reading through the bullet points, clothes need to fit properly. No off the shoulder tops. So nothing that's inappropriate, no tank tops, no bare or exposed midsections or cleavage. Savanna hats and others are acceptable on campus. However, as you will see on there, if your student is in a classroom, they should be removing their hats and their hoods. Electronic devices should be put away. Now, there are some times when a teacher maybe grants them permission or something that they're doing in class, they're using their phone for. However, they need to make sure that when the teacher is very explicit about no phones in class, and every teacher is very different, right? So they need to make sure that they have their devices put away. If a teacher is asking for students to put it in some sort of pocket or folder in front of their class or some sort of tray, they need to make sure that they're abiding by those teachers' rules. It is very, very important that your student is respectful to that learning environment and to that teacher's wishes. And then the last bullet point here is just earbuds and AirPods, we can't tell you enough how many times when we're talking to students, they have an AirPod in or earbuds in, and it's just a sign of respect, right? When you're in a learning environment, you want to make sure that you are fully paying attention in class. You are giving the teacher undivided attention. It is very important that they have their AirPods and any form of earbuds off of their ears, and in their backpacks and stored safely. Speaking about AirPods and things that are very expensive, it is recommended that for any items that are expensive, or something that means, right, something has meaning to your students, all of those things should be kept at home. Okay, we are constantly, every year, we always find that students are losing things, whether it's money or something that's worth a lot of money that they bring to school, and we just want to make sure that those things are kept at home. So we have really exciting news. For some time, we had a lot of families asking for us, asking for our school if we had any sort of merchandise, right? So a lot of families want to join in on the Savanna spirit, and we want to show wearing red t-shirts and together we are Savanna. And so what we did was we had a meeting with a company to be able to come up with different designs and options for you and your families to be able to purchase. That is the website on there, so bit.ly website, and it's Sav merch. On the website, you can actually choose however many merchandise items you would like to purchase this school year. And again, there are so many different options. There's all kinds of hoodies, t-shirts, zip-ups, beanies, anything ranging from for male or female. And so there's just so many options on there for you, different colors. So please show your support and wear our school colors and join in on the excitement. So that website is on there for you, and it's also on our school website as well.
All right, so moving on to attendance. Please make sure your students are on time. First period especially seemed to be a big problem last year. So it does begin at 8:30 a.m. So students should be on campus at least 15, if not 30 minutes prior, because that means they should be in their seats at 8:30 a.m. And this year, zero period begins at 7:10 a.m. But lucky them, they don't have it on Thursdays. So please remind your students the importance of getting a good night's sleep, setting those alarms so that they can be on time for school. If your student needs to be absent for any reason, please call in to our attendance ladies within 2 days. We'd really appreciate it same day. But after 2 days, what happens is it changes to a truancy, and many of our teachers do not accept late work if a student is marked truant. So it's important for you to make sure that you're calling in to the attendance office to excuse those absences. If your student's going to be absent for more than 1 day, we ask that you obtain a medical note from your doctor and have that brought into our nurse or into our health tech office. If you know that your student is going to be out for an extended period of time, maybe they're really sick, 5 days, maybe they have to visit a relative, some kind of family emergency, we ask that you give us 24 hours notice so that we can get any homework for them to work on, and we can leave that up in the attendance office. Although most assignments are on eCadence, our learning platform. So please speak to your students, let them know the importance of self-advocating for themselves, meaning that you should be reaching out to their teachers, letting them know if they're going to be absent for whatever reason, or if they need assistance. Please make sure they're talking to their teachers. And we have Saturday academies. We have 1 or 2 Saturday academies every month. They are amazing opportunities to make up any learning loss or just for enrichment activities. There's lots of fun ones going on. So I will be pushing out, or I should say Mrs. Trujillo will be pushing out that messaging on our Saturday academies so that you know when they are. Students sign up via a Google form every month. So I encourage you, if students are absent, get them to make up that time at a Saturday academy, or hey, maybe you just want them out of the house and you want them doing something fun, and Saturday Academy is the place to be. All right. That wraps up attendance. Mr. Pooley, did you want to talk about our bell schedules?
I got this. Yeah. Thanks a bunch. So getting to class on time, like Ms. Nichols said, is so important, folks. So here's the schedule. There's still only 2 different versions this year. We've got the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday version, 7:10 in the morning to 3:17 if your student is taking 0 period. If your student is not taking 0 period, class begins at 8:30 a.m. Like Ms. Nichols said, I would encourage you to drop your student off by 8 a.m. just so you can avoid traffic on the street and your student can get to campus on time, grab a bite to eat, and then make their way to first period with plenty of time to spare. I'll be real, folks, with you guys. In front of Savanna between 8:15 and 8:30, it can be a parking lot. So plan accordingly. Please don't park in the street and then have your kids jump out of the car in the street. That's not safe. And then you'll see on Thursday, students no longer come in the morning prior to our staff time. So school will start at 9:20 on those Thursdays. Again, we encourage your students to be dropped off or arrive to school about 9 a.m. That gives them 20 minutes to interact with the friends, grab a bite to eat, and then make their way to first period. Those are the lay of the land there. And again, each day though, school is out at 3:17 unless we have a minimum day of some sort, which Ms. Trujillo, who's next, will inform you through our Sunday call.
Hello, parents. Just wanted to remind you that, the best way for us parents to, really be on top of our students' grades, attendance is through the Aries Parent Portal. So we should all have an Aries Parent Portal, as you needed it to do the data confirmation piece this summer before we did the summer registration. But if for any reason you have any issues with your Aries Parent account, you forgot your password, the app is acting weird, please connect with me, whether it's through email, you can give me a call in the Family Center, or you can always stop by. I'm in room 3, right by the main office. So I'd be more than happy to support you with our different platforms, but very especially with Aries. You want to make sure that your Aries account, is always working.
All right, and then just to go over a couple things like high school graduation requirements. The magic number for your student is 220 credits required for graduation. Now, just because your student has 220 credits doesn't mean that they're meeting all of those requirements. So you can see our academic rubric, where it'll go over all of the required classes such as English, math, science, and so on. So it's super important that your student starts to familiarize themselves with this so they know, what classes they need to pass. You get 5 credits per class per semester. So a full year class is 10 credits. And you get those credits by getting a D- or better. That's passing. But we do encourage students to get C's or higher because that's what's needed for university admissions. By the end of first semester, your student should have completed 30 credits if they're enrolled in 6 classes. And then so at the end of 9th grade, a student should have 60 credits to be on track. And then athletics is just one great way to get involved. We obviously also have band and choir and so many other ways for your students to get involved, but athletics is one great way for your student to really get engaged with just the community and other students around campus. It's also awesome because athletics can replace your PE class. So instead of just being in PE, which isn't a bad thing, but instead of just being in PE, you can be in period 6 athletics. So you can do something like tennis or basketball or baseball or softball or swim or anything like that. And then just so you guys know, if your student is a single athlete, so they're only playing one sport and they're going to be dropped from that sport at the quarter, they will be placed in 0 period PE. And then at the semester, changes will be made. And that's just because we can't make big changes in the middle of the semester. If you have any questions about athletics, you can reach out to our athletic directors, Mike Willie and Alex Ramirez. I know they'd be happy to answer any of your questions. And then you can also find some information on our school website as far as like coaches and their emails and everything like that. And I'm going to pass it to Mrs. Preciado.
Thank you. So this is the credit requirements. Like Ms. Busca said, you can earn 220 credits. As a 9th grader, for first semester, if students complete all their classes, the 6 classes with a D or better, they earn 30 credits. And then second semester, same thing with the D or better, they earn another 30 credits with a total of 60 credits. So by the end of their 9th grade year, they should have 60 credits completed to be on graduation requirement track. And there's the other grade levels there as well, which could be 240 credits. They do need 220 credits to graduate. And this is a 6-year plan. So your student did receive information in regards to their 6-year plan when they were 7th graders. As a 7th grader, they completed 7th and 8th grade classes. As an 8th grader, they completed putting the classes in their 6-year plan for 7th and 8th grade. As an 8th grader, they completed putting their classes on their 6-year plan for 9th grade. And then as a 9th grader, they're going to complete all of their classes all the way through their senior year. The 6-year plan just helps them to be on track, and it helps them to see the different options that they can, the different programs that they can take at Savanna, like career pathways, if they're going to go to a 4-year university, the A through G requirements, if they're going to be part of a sport, the NCAA requirements. And this 6-year plan, they save it on their drive. So they review it with their counselor. They have the information and it's easy for them to pull it up. And it's changeable. They can change their career pathways. They can change the classes that they plan to take in the future. They can always make those changes. It's a live document. So they were introduced to this document, like I said, as 7th graders at Burkhurst, if they attended to Burkhurst. And then every year we will review the 6-year plan with them. And again, my name is Ms. Preciado. If you have any questions in regards to schedules, if you want to talk about the different career pathways, please feel free to contact me. My information is there, my email and my phone number with my extension. And I'm super excited to work with your class, and hopefully I get to meet some of you in person, parents, and here we go for a great school year. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eureka Maldonado, and I'm the Community Schools Coordinator at Savanna High School.
And I am Erica Kobayashi. I am our Community Schools Teacher Lead at Savanna.
And we're just going to take a couple minutes to talk a little bit about community schools and some of the work that we've been doing for the past year.
So a lot of the foundation of it is based on these 4 pillars of community schools. We have integrated student supports. You're going to find at Savanna, we have a lot of different ways to help support your student. We have enriched and expanded learning opportunities. Our admin, our counselors have already touched on a lot of those, and we'll continue to funnel that information out throughout the year. Family and community engagement. There are a lot of planned activities that will happen throughout the year to bring parents onto campus and get families involved as well. And then along with and then our last pillar will be our collaborative leadership and practices. And this is just, understanding our community and letting everyone have a say in what our community as a school looks like.
And like Ms. Kobayashi explained, a lot of the work that we're doing is really based upon listening to our community. So during our first year, we conducted a comprehensive needs analysis assessment, which included a survey, and we facilitated community voice circles with our staff, students, families, and really took the time to listen to our community as to what they would love to see at Savanna, what they love about Savanna, what's good about Savanna, what could improve in Savanna. And we really took the time to listen to all the voices in our community. And with that, we also noticed different members in our community who would be a great asset to be a part of a community school site team. So last year, Ms. Kobayashi and I also assembled our community school site team. And with that group, this year, we're really going to look at all the data that we collected through the survey, through the different voice circles that we facilitated. And we're going to look at the data collected. And from that, we're going to decide with the site team what additional services, what additional programming we can bring onto our campus. So we're really excited to do that. And this year, we also want to take the time to report out to our community as well on the data that we collected from all these different spaces. So we're really excited to take upon this work this year. And we're also really excited that this year we also will have a designated space for community schools in room 5. So we'll be able to bring in those resources onto that particular space.
Me again. So again, my name is Keegan. I'm a family and community engagement specialist, and I am in room 3 in the family center. Right now, Ms. Yuriko and I are roomies, but she will be moving on to room 5. But just know that we are here to support you. Anything that you need, please don't hesitate to give me a call. You can call me, you can email me, or you can stop by room 3 and check out all the different resources and opportunities that we have for you to be involved. Our doors are always open. So we hope you can stop by and visit us. And these are just examples of the different opportunities that we have for family engagement. We have an amazing network of parents. There are parent ambassadors. It's a program that Savanna, Savanna we're really proud of. We have a strong network of parent leaders. And if you are interested in becoming a parent ambassador, we will be having a informational meeting September 29th, and that flyer will be going out in our Savanna Weekly newsletter. If you want to, come and join us, be involved in the different activities that we have on campus, develop your skills as a parent leader, get to work with our administrators, come and create change, and get to know other parents and continue to create that positive school culture. We do a lot of events where we collaborate with our different student groups on campus. So we hope you can join us. And then again, these are just more opportunities that we have on our campus for you to become involved. Parent Ambassador Program is one of them. We have Parent Learning Walks every other month where you're able to, again, come and join us in the Family Center. These are led by Mr. Pooley. We go into the classrooms and we see how learning is taking place and how we can better support our students as parents. We have our coffee with the principals, and we work really closely with our feeder junior high. We call ourselves Brooke Anna. So a lot of family engagement opportunities are done together, and coffee with the principals is one of them. So we will be alternating locations. It'll be 1 month at Savanna, the other month at Brookhurst, and we're hoping to have our our school resource officer at our first coffee with the principals at Brookhurst Junior High coming up. So you'll be getting that information again through our Savanna weekly newsletter. But we have just a ton of opportunities. We have parenting workshops. We have academic, socio-emotional focused parent nights, parenting classes. We also partner with agencies and organizations from outside our campus, community organizations, and we're going to be partnering up with different organizations to come and bring different parenting classes. There's also an amazing band that we have. We have awesome athletics. So, please come and join all those different events. We also have PTSA, a ton of parent leadership groups, and our bands and sports boosters. Sorry, Sandy. And again, know that, here in the Family Center, I'm here to support you. Anything that you might have a question, please don't hesitate to call me, email me, stop by and see me. I'm there to support you with our different parent platforms such as Cadence, Aries, Parent Square. We have school supplies, bus passes. We have clothing, a food pantry. There's opportunities for service hours for your students, and we always welcome and love our families to come by and also join us in service hour opportunities for parents as well. And we also have referrals to community resources. And again, right now, Yuriko and I, we work really well together. We have a really good partnership. So a lot of the resources that we have in the Family Center, her and I work together to support our families. And I know that now that, when she moves on to room 5, it might look a little different, but just know that both her and I are there ultimately to serve all of our families. So don't hesitate to contact either me or Yuriko. Thank you.
All right, folks. I just want to say thank you to Yuriko, Ms. Maldonado, Mr. Kobayashi, Mr. Trujillo so far, who shared that great stuff, the counseling department, our administrators, getting us all on track here for a successful school year. And here's our two dates right off the bat here, folks, for you to mark on your calendars. Again, you're going to receive more information about it as it gets closer. But September 20th from 5 to 7:30, that's our back to school night. We hope to see many, 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 many of you and interact with you in person. And then in January, on the 24th, in the year 2024, again, same time frame as our open house Discover Savanna. So we really look forward to seeing you at those 2 up and coming events. They're in your student planners as well. They should be bringing them home if they received them already at registration, and then we'll be discussing them in classes this week. And please be sure to ask about them. All right, so parents, teachers, students that are here, every single year at graduation, we're doing rehearsal. I always take a handful of students. I take them on one-on-one quick little exit interviews. And I always ask them, what would you tell yourself if you were the 9th grade version? What would you tell an incoming 9th grader about being successful in high school? And they always say these 4 things, maybe in different words, but the theme is always the same. It just says, you can read it right in front of you, but get to class on time, do your work, get connected, find something to do besides just go to your classes, whether it's get involved in band or sports or a club or teatro or one of our CTE culinary pathways, whatever it is, get involved in something. And that's the idea, is to find a passion while learning, and maybe you can turn that into a career someday. And then advocate, make sure they ask questions of themselves. Get to know their teacher, stick around, ask questions, email them, communicate. That is super, super important for their success. But again, year in and year out, these are the 4 themes that our seniors that are graduating would share and would like to share this advice with our incoming 9th graders. So 9th graders and parents, you now have some tips. All right. Whoops, I should have edited this. Sorry. So we already talked about school does begin right around the corner on Wednesday, the 9th at 8:30. If your student does have a 0 period. We expect them there for 7:10. Campus opens at 7 a.m. So come on in. We'll have schedules available if they need new schedules, or right now your student received a schedule without room numbers or teachers assigned, because we're still doing some fine tuning. We're going to print them out and we'll have them ready for Wednesday morning. Also, students on Wednesday morning will be able to see their schedules with their teachers and their room numbers on eCadence, as well as Aries on their devices. Lunch is there too. It's still free, and please make sure your student enjoys it. Come and try it. There's great food options on the menu these days. It's nutritious, and I think it's free. One of my favorite 4-letter words. Please, please, please make sure you are there to take advantage of that. So encourage them. What to bring? What should we bring, guys?
All right, so we should be bringing a backpack to school every day filled with these different items. And I know sometimes it's not always easy to run out there and pay for all of these things, especially if you have multiple kids. I'm struggling with that myself. But our Parent Center is an awesome resource if you are struggling to get these items. So make sure that your students are charging their Chromebooks every night, putting them in those backpacks. And we do have cases for Chromebooks. So if your student hasn't picked one up, that's another thing they can get out of room 9, right, to keep them protected. Students should also be bringing some kind of binder or notebook to be able to keep their assignments in. A great idea is dividers for every subject, pens, pencils, highlighters, erasers, a pencil sharpener, or at least mechanical pencils, calculators, lined paper, and I would say most importantly, a positive can-do attitude is going to ensure that your students are set up for success. All right, next slide.
All right, some things that you might want to leave at home: expensive personal belongings. For example, we had a student a long time ago who brought his Nintendo Switch all the time, and then it went missing. We never found out what happened to it. He was so sad, and that's sad. You know, we really feel that was a bummer, but it wasn't necessarily important for his education. So we tell students, leave that at home. It's a high risk that you run of having it get lost or stolen, unfortunately. So leave those expensive personal devices. You really just need your Chromebook. You really just need your Chromebook. And if you bring a cell phone, it needs to be put away during class hours, because students do not need their cell phones for classwork, despite what they might say. If they say the teacher says they need it, that's not always true, parents. So Chromebook is what they need. Absolutely. Number 1, 2, and 3, they need that Chromebook. Large amounts of cash. They just had a birthday. Those birthday bills pile in, they roll in. They need to tuck that away in a sock in their drawer or something. Put it away, but don't bring it to school. It's very dangerous and just not safe. We don't want them going around with money that might go just missing, right? If they need to use that money to purchase something, it's best they do it in the morning, early, as soon as they get to campus, so that they're not, worrying about carrying all that money around campus. Medications, students for a variety of things. We know students maybe they need insulin or their inhalers or whatever. We really need those to be checked in through our school nurse so that she can make sure that it's accounted for appropriately and your students are taking the right doses at the right times. We want to keep them safe. So please, any kind of medication, the doctors know, and everything needs to go to the nurse first. The student cannot just be carrying it around campus. All right, parents. And then finally, parents, anything that violates our school policy that makes it unsafe. Unfortunately, there are things that are small, like vapes or like e-cigarettes. Those are easy to hide, and we just need those kept away from campus for everyone's safety. Knives, spray, any, pepper spray, all that stuff needs to stay at home. Cannot bring it to school. Help us out, parents. We can do a backpack check in your student's backpack, and during the first week, just to make sure they're not bringing anything unsafe. That would help us all a whole lot. All right, that was it.
All right, folks, that's about it for us here. We just want to say thank you for being here this evening. These are all of our lovely places you can follow and grab information regarding Savanna High School. The link tree literally is the link to everything. But if you like multiple websites at your disposal, they're all there for us. If you follow us on social media, come check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We post a Rebel TV show every single day, produced by your very own Rebel students. And we'd love for you to tune in and see what's going on campus. And you can support your student throughout the course of this school year. Again, thanks so much for joining us. I see there's one message in the chat that just popped up there. But thanks again for joining. We're going to go ahead and stop recording. We're going to record this one and post it for everyone to see moving forward. And we're also going to post the video that we referenced early on about our expectations. That's going to be posted on our website later tonight or tomorrow as well. And we'll be sharing it with our students via Rebel TV later this week. Well, you know how to get a hold of us, folks. We're glad you joined us this evening. This was a quick synopsis of what to expect at the greatest school in Anaheim. And we're just so excited you guys are a part of this journey and we get to do this work together for your students.
Thank you, families, for joining us tonight. And one thing I forgot to mention, please support our PTSA. They are an amazing group that supports our school, creating, positive school activities and recognition ceremonies. And if you have a senior every year, that's what they work really hard for, is to raise funds for those scholarships for our seniors. So they would greatly appreciate all of our support. Their memberships are $10 if you pay cash or $11 if you pay online. And that information is on our Savanna Weekly News. So again, just wanted to throw that out there. We want to support our Savanna PTSA.